Today's technology evolves with almost incomprehensible speed. Ever new, ever exciting, with endlessly fascinating stories to explore. Thus the birth of Overexposure.
Hi, Peter Seaworth here with OverexposureTV and Watch312.com. Today we have the pleasure of interviewing Mr. Bernard Key of Keylink Technologies. While today's technology expands rapidly and either directly or indirectly affects every aspect of our lives, there is, unfortunately, a certain segment of our society that does not get to realize those benefits. Well, Mr. Key has made it his mission to change that disparity. And I'm happy to say, not without recognition. Bernie, it's a pleasure having you here. So let's get right into it. How did it all begin?
Well, this basically started from my basement. I came up with the idea of how to expose kids to science, technology.
STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. This sort of encompasses your whole program, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Everything that I do in terms of a program involves robotics, digital media, as well as radio-controlled car racing. And mathematical components as well as technology is embedded in the whole core of the courses.
A big part of your contribution to schools and other institutions, especially in the inner city, has been the installation of Wi-Fi throughout the building.
In the early 90s, the Chicago public schools took this big movement to make all the school wireless. So as a contractor and a project manager, my responsibility was to come up with a design and do tests like site surveys of all the schools, all the community buildings, to do what's called site surveys, and that was to test the strength of the environment wireless is going to be in. And from there, educational programs have flourished. The whole IT functionality of the schools have changed. So I see a huge impact of a result of putting wireless in the school.
The after-school enrichment programs. Those involve a number of innovative, high-tech applications that are truly interesting and involve world-renowned tech giants. Let's hear about those.
We have actually partnered up with a couple of organizations like Google, Chicago, to bring in some teaching for the non-for-profit sectors, like teaching like open source software programs and showing kids how to go into their businesses using these free tools.
Robotics is always fascinating and a growing part of tomorrow's technology. Can you explain your robotics programs for teens, as well as the radio-controlled cars?
Basically, my whole concept is to get kids interested in manufacturing technologies. For example, you cannot have a manufacturing system if you don't have a robotic system. That's what runs the conveyor belts. And a lot of people think that because robotics may be taking jobs away, but you need people to design and program robotics in order to create the whole manufacturing realm. So I get kids interested in the technologies behind that.
I gotta wonder how you find all the time to accomplish all these wonderful things. Bernie, I gotta say thank you for all your time and hard work and for everything you do for the community.
Oh, thank you for having me here.